My darlings and sinners, welcome to my channel Main Places. I'm Paulina and I am in Amsterdam. I'm actually in Vondelpark right now. I came to Amsterdam to see Bridge City Sinners. They are having a gig in the evening and I'm so excited. I honestly can't wait. While I have to wait, I thought to discover the area. I'm staying near the Vondelpark. And oh my god, you have to see my hostel because it looks like a freaking mansion. It's an old brick house that's probably some kind of old school. And it's so beautiful with high ceilings and intricate details on the outside. And it's actually a very comfortable hostel from the inside as well. I really don't even want to leave it. But now I am in Vondelpark and I actually decided to stay in the area today, so I'm just gonna walk around and see what I will discover. And my day starts with my morning breakfast in Vondelpark. I have some snacks from Spar, so I'm gonna stay here for a while. Darlings, I am surrounded by bird mafia who are really interested in my snacks. They are closer and closer. So if this is my last post ever, you know what happened. Check it out, there is this thing where you can see things that were found. So kind of a lost and found place. There are locks and many keys and a sock. This is such a cool idea that they are here on a display. And it says even in Finnish, löytötavara. This is such a cool idea. There are many people running here at this time on Saturday. This is so nice to see. Go people! Look at that, this is so Picasso. Besides fountains and lots of space and running people, Vondelpark also has a rose garden. So there are many different flower beds. Each flower bed contains 150 roses and there are 60 kinds of them. And they come from 11 different countries. To me, this was a nice surprise I discovered and a very peaceful sunny place. The first version of a rose garden here appeared in 1930s, and it is maintained entirely by local neighborhood volunteers. Bright and colorful in the daylight, it is actually a busy gay cruising spot after sunset. So in a case you're looking for one, Vondelpark awaits. One of the places in the area is actually right behind my hostel. It's a collection of 7 houses. Well, actually there are more houses than 7 houses, but the 7 houses represent 7 different countries. This is Germany. This is France. This is Italy. This is Spain. This is Russia. Netherlands. And England. I think it's an awesome idea. I think we should have the whole street representing different countries, but there will not be enough space for all the countries, so let's have many streets. I love to walk this area. The canals are less crowded and just all the streets are less crowded. And I love the greenery, like there is so much green against the dark stone and it is beautiful. One thing I noticed, if you look closer, wait, let me show you. When walking a street, you see a door, and if you check the space between the wall and the door, this part of the wall has beautiful art, and this is not first time I see this here. I found a very special place to have my coffee today, so let's go. Cats are awesome, but the second best is the brownie. It is moist, flavored with peanut butter, and I think it has some chili in it because it is a little spicy. Okay, so cats were mostly sleeping, but you know, if you have an option of having a coffee without watching kitty cats and having a coffee with a sleeping kitty cat nearby, I will always choose have a coffee and watching sleeping cats. So I think it was a good idea. You need to book a time slot. It's 1.5 hours from the time you booked your entry. You need to do that online, and actually all the spots were booked, so if I would come on spot and try to get in, I would not be able to get in. And now I am at my next destination, the Rijksmuseum. I have not been before to Rijksmuseum. I am so excited. The ticket is 25 euros. It's a lot, but I think this is one of the museums where it's really worth the payment. To get to Rijksmuseum, you also need to book your entry ticket. I booked mine online in advance because it's too risky to get on spot and try to get in. It's possible sometimes, but now it's July and it's a weekend, it's Saturday, so I do not think I would get in right from spot because there is a small amount of tickets available for that. The Rijksmuseum also has beautiful gardens, so let's see them before my time slot comes. I think I'll stay here for a brief moment and plan my trip a little bit because it's planned just like a few days ahead. And I have almost a month of traveling. Amsterdam is my first destination. This is my first day of my summer vacation. So yeah, I'll just take a moment in this peaceful park to plan it a little bit, and then I'm ready for some art.
You have probably heard that Amsterdam is full of canals, but did you know the city is built on a marsh below sea level? And to keep a massive brick landmark like Rijksmuseum's stable, it rests on over 8,000 wooden piles driven up to 15 meters deep into the earth. Because they are completely submerged in oxygen-poor water, the timber never actually rots. That's some good engineering. In fact, thanks to this unique watery landscape, the Netherlands is home to some of the world's best engineers, constantly finding creative solutions all across the country. This is the painting I wanted to see the most. Two brothers were held accountable for what was called the Year of Disaster. They were lynched and mutilated in the middle of Hague in 1672. The painting is even more gruesome, knowing it is real history. The Threatened Swan. This was actually the very first painting ever brought by the museum back in 1800. People later saw it as a political symbol, the white swan protecting Holland from its enemies. This painting tells one of the wildest stories in the museum, the life of Saint Alexis. He was born super rich, but he gave up his fortune to live as a beggar for the sake of God. Years later, he returned to his parents' palace. They did not recognize him, but they gave him shelter and let him live under their stairs for 17 years. He kept his identity a secret until the moment he died, clutching a note in his hand that finally revealed who he was this whole time. And Van Gogh, he painted dozens of self-portraits when he moved to Paris, not because he was vain, but because he was too broke to afford models. And you can see him practicing the modern French style on this one. Tiny, rhythmic brushstrokes and bright colors. And here is a gem of the museum, the milkmaid. I don't get it, but I'm sure there are many of you who do get it, so here she is. I do like the idea that he painted a peasant person with such respect. Apparently this was not so normal back then. I personally like more the nearby painting, also by Vermeer, I guess because it's just so unmistakably Dutch. You can't visit the Rijksmuseum without seeing this massive masterpiece. It is Rembrandt's The Night Watch. Back in 1642, group portraits were equivalent of the group photo today, which made them look stiff and rather boring. But Rembrandt made his guards march right out of the canvas. The painting is behind the glass in a separate room. You can't really walk close, but in the next room there is a big replica where you can admire every detail. For example, looking closely, one can see a glowing girl with a dead chicken on her belt. That's actually their official mascot. Honest, the main reason I wanted to come to the Rijksmuseum was to see this library. It's the largest art history library in the Netherlands, and while the reading room looks huge, most of the collection is actually stored in climate-controlled vaults beneath our feet. The architect even used clever tricks with light and slender columns to make the space feel taller than it really is. I also love the hand-forged iron railings. They really bring in a major book wizard vibes. My favorite room was number 2.6. It has a beautiful moonlight painting and, most interestingly, a collection of lonely trees paintings that gave me ascetic vibes and set the mood for upcoming hikes I was really waiting for. More details I discovered: a bored Cupid, Baroque porn, creepy dollhouse, and more skulls. And we do always love more skulls.
I dropped my things, got my lipstick, and I'm going to see the gig, finally.
Unfortunately, I cannot play you their music, but check them out. There are such a blend of everything and it's absolutely amazing.
It felt like you are part of a very weird family, so that you finally feel normal, because you are all weird. It felt amazing. I think I will try to catch them somewhere else this year, because today was their last show on this Europe tour. But I noticed they are coming to Britain in autumn, so maybe I will be able to catch them there. You never know. Oh, so cool. This was an awesome day. Hey, thank you for watching, and I will have one more day in Amsterdam tomorrow, so let's see what I will discover. Bye, darlings!